Newton County is a region of northwest Indiana that is rich with ecological treasures and hospitable rural communities. Despite the abundance of publicly available nature areas, lack of non-motor access and community sense of place surrounding these parks have largely disallowed their use for health and recreation. Morocco Wellness Gateway proposes the development of a fitness park and rail trail utilizing 2 abandoned railways within the county in order to enhance community wellness opportunities in Morocco and all of Newton County. In order to better understand the ramifications of Morocco Wellness Gateway's proposed Phase 2 rail trail, the research question seen above was posed. How can shared path development contribute to improvements in community health, local economy, and harmony with local ecology? The following board hones in on community health, pointing to the relative lack of public wellness opportunities in the county. In contrast to Newton County's current ranking in the lowest 25% of Indiana's counties for community health factors, a study of Northern Strand Community Trail in Massachusetts found that 40% of users' physical activity increased because of the trail's presence in their community. Another collection of studies by the Rails to Trails Conservancy found that 67% of surveyed trail users use their local trail at least once per month. This spread speaks to the potential economic advantages and disadvantages of rail trail development in Newton County based on several scholarly journals and case studies. Currently, the highest annual fee per year for residents within a 1-mile radius of downtown Morocco is healthcare. Improvement of countywide health factors could decrease this number by reducing the amount of premiums locals spend due to improved health, allowing locals to allocate this money to other essential financial areas. Potential economic benefits of the trail are qualified by the trail's ability to address the value factors seen in the upper right-hand chart. The research subtopic of harmony with local ecology is addressed by the content on this board. Within a 10-mile radius of Morocco, Indiana, Newton County residents can access 4 exceptional nature preserves, fish and wildlife areas, and nature restorations. In addition, Newton County is known to host 160 endangered, threatened, and rare flora and fauna species. However, none of these nature areas have safe, easily accessible pedestrian entries. By increasing programming that thoughtfully showcases ecological diversity and increasing pedestrian access, a rail trail could increase harmony between man and nature in Newton County. This board speaks to the immediate context of both development phases, calling out significant land features and off-site connections. Morocco is home to a quaint collection of roughly 1,000 individuals and their residences, with a small commercial square at the town's heart. The Phase 1 proposed boundary makes up a significant portion of the town, spanning 0.6 miles and stretching from the southeast corner of town directly towards the commercial square. The Phase 2 abandoned railway is found roughly 300 feet from the Phase 1 south entry, making it a convenient pedestrian gateway from Morocco towards Kankakee Sands, where trail users can experience native flora and fauna, including bison. The following analysis maps take a look at how the various environmental and social factors surrounding Phase 1 and Phase 2 affect Newton County's health opportunities. Key takeaways from the analysis of Phase 1 include the discovery of which viewsheds to maximize and mitigate, as well as the importance of working with the site's unique topography to maximize site programming and to minimize proposed cut and fill for budgeting purposes. For Phase 2, it is clear that Newton County residents have close geographic access to nature sites. However, the lack of pedestrian access may be precluding frequent use. There are fairly average poverty rates within the county. Morocco Wellness Gateway is unified through the central project objective of enhancing community wellness opportunities in Morocco and all of Newton County. In order to make this objective quantifiable, 3 SMART goals have been extracted from this project objective. The SMART goals are specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time-bound, allowing the project to evolve from a collection of broad visions to specific design interventions which can eventually be implemented. In any landscape architectural venture, community engagement is an essential tool to allow the designer to fine-tune his or her concepts and have more sensitivity to the desires and needs of the community. The following board highlights takeaways from a focus group engagement specific to the Phase 1 fitness park. Feedback from community members allowed the initial concept design to be restructured in a more realistic and budget-friendly manner. Upon completion of the iterative design process, complete with a community engagement and refinement phase, the following program diagram was developed for Phase 1. Significant programs developed in Phase 1 include a multi-generational inclusive fitness station and trail, a storybook walk, an outdoor classroom for outdoor education, and a pollinator garden to increase community awareness of native plants. This board shows a simplified master plan graphic that aims to distinguish planting types, site features, and materiality. There are 3 focus zones on the Phase 1 master plan, which will be shown in more detail later on. Design decisions were made with the existing features in mind, including topography, tree canopy, view sheds, and utilities. The master plan aims to increase community activation and promote an active lifestyle for all age categories and levels of ability, while keeping in mind the Phase 1 budget of roughly $200,000, which is estimated based on current and expected funding from several organizations within Newton and Jasper counties. There are 3 primary planting palettes on the site for Phase 1. This board highlights specific plant species that will be included in the palette for each of the site's 3 focus zones: the Woody Haven, the Fitness Depot, and the South Entry. Focus Zone 1 is the site's outdoor classroom known as Woody Haven. This simple yet activated series of stacked logs, log stump paths, and seating opportunities is nestled into the existing topography, requiring very limited cut and fill and retaining all of the existing tree canopy, taking advantage of the natural dappled shade casting onto the primary trail, as well as the collection of trees which create a sense of natural enclosure within the space. This focus zone evokes exploration, curiosity, and learning through use of nature play structures and a council ring with weather-resistant chalkboard. Focus Zone 2 is the site's fitness station known as the Fitness Depot. The simple series of stationary equipment pieces are connected to a small rest area, which invites exercise seekers to stop and rest in between sets or after their workout, enjoying the sights and sounds of the native pollinator garden around them, or taking a photo by the Love Where You Live sculpture nearby. Focus Zone 3 is the site's south entry, which will retain the majority of the car traffic from the country road to the south. A simple parking lot with 5 spots and crushed limestone plaza with bench seating and convenience amenities are connected by a simple wooden ramp to deal with grade constraints. Phase 2 was developed with the prior research phase discoveries in mind. Goals of improved community wellness, enhanced local economy, and increased harmony with local ecology are infused into each of the proposed design interventions, which are shown to the right as a toolkit. The master plan was crafted by taking into account existing viewsheds, native biomes, and woodland edges, and site gateway locations, Morocco to the south and Kankakee Sand to the north. This spread displays a more detailed look at each of the proposed design interventions, whose locations can be referenced on the previous board. Each intervention enhances the rail trail user's experience in measurable ways, whether by providing a fitness opportunity, by carving out a place for rest and observation, or by providing bike and pedestrian convenience amenities such as a bike pump or a doggy pack station. An interesting intervention to note is the sound-based sensory station, which aims to increase user ability to connect with the sounds of Newton County's fauna and flora. In an effort to create a stronger sense of place in both Morocco and along the Phase 2 rail trail to Kankakee Sands, 2 distinct signage packages were developed for this capstone, with differing inspirations and budgets, but both aligning towards a unified goal: to create spaces which are iconic, easily identifiable, and comfortable for both residents and tourists at the Phase 1 and Phase 2 sites. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this presentation.